What's going on, guys? Let's do this problem right here. The question is asking find the volume of the solid given by the region bounded by y is equal to 4x minus x square and y is equal to 0, and also they have given that it's rotated about the y-axis. So let's see what we can find from this information. So we have the function that's provided y is equal to 4x minus x square. So this means this is going to be a parabola, right? Because x square. So whenever we have x square, we know it's a parabola, and a negative sign in front of it, it means it's going to opening down. And also we have to find the intersections, like so intercepts, x-intercepts. So y is equal to 4x minus x square. So we can take the x common. So this is going to be 4 minus x. So we know that the parabola is going to intersect in x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4. So let's draw the diagram. So let's draw the diagram right here. So if this is the diagram, and here we are going to have, so if this is 0 and if this is 4, parabola is going to come right over here and cross this part right here, right? So this is our parabola, and this is first equation, and the second equation given y is equal to 0. It means this line right here at x, y is equal to 0, right? So here this is the point. So we are trying to find the volume at this location right here. And also they have given the information that this is rotated about the y-axis, and this is gonna be the axis. And let's see what we can find from this course. And here we are dealing with the shell method. So we are going to use a cylindrical shell that is like this, and what we are interested in is the area. The area of a cylinder is 2 pi RH. So that's what we are going to integrate, because when we integrate an area, that's going to give us a volume. So let's do the integration. So here we are going to have 2 pi radius times the height. So radius times the height, right? Height, since it is rotated around the y-axis, it's going to have dx. If it's rotated around the x-axis, we deal with dy. So that's the relationship. So let's find the radius and the height. So to do this one, what we do usually, like we pick up a point right here. So we draw something like this, a rectangle, and the radius is going to be from this point to this point. This is our r. Also that is equal to x. So we can just put this one as x, and then the height. This height is going to be h. That's going to be the height. Also we can say this distance is equal to y, and we have the function of y, that is 4x minus x square. So 4x minus x square. So we can replace this r and y, r and the height with in terms of x. So let's write everything in terms of x. So integral, and I forgot to put the integral, right? Integral, like we have to pick up the limits of integration. To pick up the limits of integration, what we do, we equate the both of the equation that has given. So if you equate the 0 and 4x minus x square, you will get the points limits of integration. So it's going to be similar to this, right? If you equate this one, what we get here, we can take the x common. So this is going to be 4 minus x, and therefore this is going to be 0 and 4. So this is going to go from 0 to 4. So that's our limits of integration. And let's do the integration. So here we have 2 pi integral 0 to 4. Instead of radius r, I can plug x right here. And instead of h, we know that h is equal to y is equal to 4x minus x square. So we can plug that one right here, x square dx. let's do the multiplication. So let's continue this one right here. 2 integral 0 to 4x square minus x cube dx. Now this one is easy to integrate, so let's do the integration. 2 4x cube divided by 3 minus x power 4 divided by 4, and that's going from 0 to 4, and that's it. So let's substitute with all the values. So we are going to have 2 4 times 4 cube divided by 3 minus 4 to the power 4 divided by 4, and minus other values are going to be 0, because if you substitute 0 for x value, this will be 0, here also 0, so the whole thing is going to be 0, so we can simply substitute the 0, and that doesn't change anything. Here we are going to have 4 power 3 is going to be what, 64 times 4 is going to be 256 divided by 3, so 256 divided by 3, 256 divided by 3, and 4 power 4, we can cancel one of the 4, or we can keep it as it is and find the common denominator. That seems better idea. So let's keep it like this and find the common denominator. So 4 power 4 is going to be basically same as this one. We multiply by 4 cube times 4. So this is same as 256 divided by 4. And if you find the common denominator, it's going to be 12, right? 12 is going to be the common denominator. So let's take 12 common denominator. if 12 is common denominator, this is going to be multiplied by 4. If you multiply this one by 4, this is going to be 1024, and this is going to be multiplied by 3, that's going to be 768 by 4, 12. And if we add them together, what we get, 25 times 256 divided by 12, and that's going to give us 25 times 64 divided by 3, and that is our final answer. And that's how we do this kind of problems. Also we can write this one finally. 2 times 64 is going to be 128 5 over 3. So that's our final answer. I hope you guys liked this video. See you next time.